Hello, my Christmas panicked peeps! It is middle of December and I am bringing you a traditional gift guide for people who love Scotland or people who want to support small Scottish businesses. And as I mentioned, because it's the middle of December, this is very much a last-minute present guide, but hopefully it's still going to be helpful to you. If not for Christmas, then you will definitely see a lot of cool things that you will save for further future celebrations. This video is partially sponsored by Social Scotland, which is this amazing directory of Scottish businesses that do have a little bit of ethical extra. Sometimes that's more environment focused, sometimes it's more community focused, but either way, all of the businesses they feature on their website are super cool. And I've decided to buy 3 of the products they list so I can actually hold them in my hands when I'm showing them to you. That way you know that my recommendation is a genuine thing, because all of the things I got are amazing and I love all the stories of the places that sent them to me. Let's have a look at them. So first up are these 2 goodies from Schoolyard Chilis, and this is a place in Scotland that processes these edible goods, but actually they get their chilies from farmers in Ghana. These are Ghanaian chilies, and this is the Ghanaian triple chili sea salt, so something extra tangy to put on your fish or potatoes. That sounds good. And this is the chocolate chili spread with kaffir lime. So the way they work with the Ghanaian farmers is they make sure that there is no child labor. That way all the kids in that area can go to school. That's why they are called Schoolyard Chilis. Next up, I have some goodies from the Shetland Soap Company. I was really excited to get these because actually this was not the first time I've heard about these. I got one of their shower gels for my birthday last year, and it is genuinely one of the nicest smelling shower gels I've ever had. So I had to kind of order these tiny travel sized shower gels. I think I'm gonna keep some of them for myself, and some of them might be tiny stocking fillers for others. So Shetland Soap Company is a place that creates jobs and employment opportunities and employment training for people with learning disabilities. That way they get all these extra marketable skills, and then they can go on to get further jobs. I think that's amazing. And all of their scents are inspired by Scotland, and honestly they are really unique. They have some of them that are kind of very fresh, I would say unisex, but not in the sort of cheesy 90s noughties way. I would say genuinely they just kind of smell of nature, therefore I think anyone would like them. There's this lemongrass and rosemary, which is it has that rosemary pininess, and it's wonderful. So yeah, I will smell these again soon and decide which ones I'm gonna keep for myself, and my friends can get the ones that I don't like as much. I like them all though, so it's okay. So this big box is from Scotland the Bread, so a play on Scotland the Brave. Anyway, this is a little gift bundle for someone in your life who likes making bread. This is specifically for making sourdough. It does have 2 kinds of Scottish processed and grown flour. There's rye flour and some wholemeal flour fine. Oh, so those both sound great and savory. I was just so happy with how they sit in that box, I didn't want to take them out. But because this is a nice gift, there is also a sourdough starter, so you can experiment with sourdough. And there's also this book about sourdough. I think this is what kind of ties it all up really nicely. So Scotland the Bread is an initiative that makes sure that all of these grains are grown in an environmentally friendly way and also organically. And there's an extra layer to that. They also make sure that the local community gets skills from them. So they basically can supply them with all the bread making ingredients, but they also teach them how to make the bread, which I think is amazing because we all need more bread in our life. In the next bit of this video, we're gonna go on a little walk, because another place that's covered by Social Scotland is the Scottish Design Exchange. And this is exciting for me because I am covered by Scottish Design Exchange, so I kind of fall under By Social Scotland even when they don't work with me directly, like today. Scottish Design Exchange is this super handy place, it's a brick and mortar shop where local artists and makers can sell their wares, and what's so nice about it is that every penny that you spend there goes back to that artist. Basically, they just have to rent a bit of the space in the shop, so, you know, SDX actually has some money to pay for that space where they have their shop, but otherwise everything that people buy there goes right back to the artist, and that's amazing. Not that many shops here do that. So yeah, they have recently moved to a new address, which is a great reason to actually mention them in this video. I think that some of you who might have been there before could be slightly confused that they are on a new address. It's still the same street, it is still George Street, but it is now further towards West End. Right now, around Christmas, it is basically next to the skating rink. So if you're looking for some last minute gifts, and if you're looking for some of the stuff that I design, you're gonna find them in the jewellery area of Scottish Design Exchange on George Street. If you're based in Glasgow, then there's also a Scottish Design Exchange there. They do stock slightly different things in Glasgow, but they do live by the same standards of ethics towards artists. So now I'm gonna move to some of the things that I actually just got through my own research. Some of these I got for myself, and some of them I got for some of my family members. So if you're a family member, maybe stop watching now. The first thing I did indeed buy for myself, it's a little patch from Saint Mango, and it says, "Don't let your ice cream melt while counting someone else's sprinkles," which I think is the most amazing message. And I do need to be reminded of this pretty often, because I do get stuck on kind of like what's going on in someone else's life and comparing myself to them. So this is a nice patch to remind yourself of what's important. Enjoy what you have. Saint Mango is an artist, a creator based in Scotland, and she has a whole shop full of goodies. She has some patches, she also does some like handmade jewelry, and I think that she also has like wrapping paper, and she also has some kind of like 2D Christmas decorations, and one of them actually has an illustration of a Chippy Munchy box on it. So yeah, that's like for like full Scottish culture richness. Now, another thing that everyone needs this time of year is obviously a calendar. This is a nice wall calendar from Haggis. It is illustrated by Alistair Burt, and it has these kind of like very cutely illustrated like landmarks of Scotland, and nice little sort of like quotes and sayings from Scotland, and I just think that it's very sweet. And obviously if you love Scotland and you order this for yourself, you can always just like repurpose all of the artwork as little prints on your wall. Haggis has a whole online shop. I'm gonna put this down now because it's crinkly. Boop. Yes, Haggis has a whole online shop. You will find a lot of great artwork of like local icons and just like Scots language. I'm actually kind of sure that this sort of independent little illustrated brand sells some goods in Scottish Design Exchange as well. So if you don't want to order online or you don't have the time for it yet, you should check that out. Now, this thing I have been quite aggressively advertised on Instagram for quite a long time, but I always thought it's a really nice idea. It's from the Scott Bucket List, and they do a couple of these, couple different scratch posters. Yeah. And this specific one is a single malt Scottish whiskies scratch poster, and there's 50 of them, and I probably had like 1 or 2 of those. Simon would probably do much better, but I think this makes a perfect present for someone who's into that. I also love how when they were designing it, they went for something quite like understated. I think that the design, I imagine, goes well with interior design choices of someone who likes single malt whiskey. I think, like, from a design perspective, that's very insightful, and 2 thumbs up. And one last bit, I think that especially a lot of you travelers might really like this. This is from a little company called Wild Bones, and this is kind of one of those like classic pennants. I've never seen those with like UK-based names before, and Wild Bones makes these for basically all of UK. I think they have this one in Scotland. I own Edinburgh one. This one is a prezzie. And they also have the Highlands and I think Cairngorms as well. But other than that, they also have the Lake District and other bits as well. So yeah, if you want to decorate your office or your bedroom with something Scottish, but kind of like, it just has this nice sort of like hikey aesthetic. It's like a granola girl aesthetic if you're that sort of Tumblr kid. I really like it. It's this like felty material. Nice. Okay, so I realized that so far I have mostly given you tips for gifts that you can kind of easily get if you're UK based. And I felt a bit bad for that, and I thought I would add one extra bit to this video. And earlier this month, when I was trying to buy some prints for our new house, I noticed that on Imprint.com there are some very cute Scottish themed artworks that you can buy as a print. You can even buy them as a framed print, and I believe they are US based, so if you are US based, this might be a super easy thing for you to order, and you might still even get it in time for Christmas. So first one is this architecture heavy letter E for Edinburgh from Pau Molas. And I really enjoy how organic it looks, even though it's kind of put together with these inorganic elements. Then this little spring cottage, it probably looks familiar to you if you've ever been to Stockbridge, and I think this particular print with this kind of like childy style would look wonderful in a children's bedroom. And last but not least, this is probably my favorite. This is Kit Palmer's "Doon Your Tea, Eat Your Bread." It's a wonderful homage to both of Scotland's largest cities. I think this is a great gift for someone who doesn't quite subscribe to that Glasgow-Edinburgh rivalry and just enjoys both, like I do. And I really love it, the style is beautiful. Okay, and that's the end of the gift guide list. Hopefully this has been helpful to you, and if it came a bit too late, then maybe save this for next year, or save this for some other party times that might be in need of prezzies. I'm pretty sure that all of these independent creators will actually super appreciate if you order from them outside of the Christmas rush. I think right now everyone's kind of panicky. Oh, that kind of brings me to the fact that my Etsy store by this point is very probably closed. I'm sorry for that. Again, you can pick some stuff up in SDX. But yeah, if you want to wait and buy some stuff in January, it's gonna be super appreciated, because after the December rush, it's gonna be nice if someone buys anything at all. And you can also always visit me on Instagram, on SkakiBot and KakiBlog for my kind of illustrated thingies and general silliness, and my life in Edinburgh and nice pictures of our city. Okay, let me know if you found any favorites in this list, or if you would add anything to it that others should know about. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.